Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my page, y'all. Welcome to the replay. If you are catching the replay, you won't see a red box right about there. That's totally fine. Just comment hashtag replay. Ask all the questions. We'll answer them. We are going to use, can anybody tell me what the name of these are? I think we're going to use these tonight, y'all. We're going to create something kind of fun. And I will tell you where the inspiration came from here in a second. So, y'all, we're going to do another club project, y'all. This is going to be club project number 6. Can anybody tell me what these are called? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me. Hope y'all are doing so awesome, like for real awesome. I've even got our little rag bow, y'all, that I think we're going to use on our project tonight. So here we go. Guess what? The key word tonight is burlap. And I'm going to tell you all about it right now. Pinking shears. Yes. Hi, Kelly. Pinking shears. All right. And we even have some fabric. I think I'm going to go with the lighter color tonight, y'all. Burlap is the key word. And let me tell you something. We're going to be using a burlap bag. Okay. So, and guess what? Zach ordered them in bulk. And you can purchase 2 for $7. Shipping including. US only though. So comment the word burlap. I think you're going to love this project. If you're a club member, you are going to want to get these. These are about 10 by 14, but he ordered enough and told me today, he took pictures. He's like, go ahead and sell those to our friends. I'm like, okay, noted. All right, so what we're going to do first is take a piece of this material. And I have a lot here, so let me just get a little bit. I don't need much. But we're first going to start off by cutting this, okay? Hi, friends. Dun, dun, dun. I'm just going to cut a good section to my liking. Let's just say that. And it is not straight. It's not perfect. I'm just cutting, okay? Those of you that like to cut in straight lines, by all means, do all the measurements, okay? Just saying. All right, then we're going to take you back, and we'll get started on this project. I've got 2 ways to do this. Hello, Michelle. I'm going to show you 2 ways to do this. Zach and I were actually testing something earlier today. So, you know, that's what we do. We kind of just put our brains together and we're like, okay, let's try this and see if this works. All right, let's go back so that y'all can see better. Okay, just like so. Can y'all see? All right, so we're going to take an ink mat. Okay, so I like sliced and diced mine. I used this one. This one is the, oh gosh, y'all, I don't know. Not 17 by 17, 11 by 20 something, maybe. Don't quote me on that, okay? And I'm going to see if I can get this, if this is going to be big enough, this specific ink mat for what I'm trying to accomplish, okay? So bear with me just a second. Like I said, Zach and I got a little creative today. We painted some things up in here today, y'all. And we have leftover chalk paint on our ink mat. So I'm trying to get it off so that we don't have any air bubbles. Mission accomplished. All right. Okay. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just kind of removing the air bubbles where those wrinkles are and just flattening everything out. Okay. Wanda, Zach works our business with me. Oh, thank you, Vivian. I know, Michelle, wasn't that video adorable? Zach made those costumes for them. Like, he made those robot costumes. Yes. He is quite the creator. All right. straight, flat. It's not straight. Who am I kidding? All right, here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our club transfer of the month. If you are not in club, you need to join. Comment the word burlap. There is a link there to talk about it. It is basically a package you get in the mail every single month. $21.99 US, $27.99 Canada. And you get a transfer. You get some paste packets. Y'all, look how pretty these colors are. You get paste packets to go along with your transfer. You get a mini squeegee and you get a pumpkin this month to fit this super cute pumpkin shape right here. Okay. All right. So let me tell you where this inspiration came from. You know, we ventured out. We went to Hobby Lobby earlier this week and we saw this sack that was way high up on the shelf, like way high up. All right, clearly I've used this. This is number 6 project with this transfer, by the way. I'm going to just stick this under my mat. And I'm not going to fuzz this because I want this to stick to the material, okay? So we saw this sack way up top and we're like, oh, let's go to the other side and let's see if it is like plain, like blank, like this. Okay, like nothing on it. It was stuffed. It was super cute. Well, it had Christmas on it. Well, then Zach bought me some burlap material, and I was going to try and create it with the material. And then he found these little bags, y'all, these burlap bags in bulk that delivered today, and we're offering them to you $7 for 2, shipping included. So we're going to try and just recreate this bag, burlap bag that we saw at Hobby Lobby that was Christmas. All right, so I'm just going to do this entire thing in black paste, okay? I'm going to turn on the glue gun, and we're going to see what recreation, oops, I'm going the wrong direction, y'all, with my squeegee. I think there's a right or wrong. There is a circle right there. You place your thumb, and you flip your hand over, and I had it go in the other direction. So, thanks to Hobby Lobby. That's where this inspiration idea came from that we saw on Monday. So, comment the word burlap, y'all, if you want to take advantage of those burlap bags. They're really good quality and they're so fun to craft with. All right, I think I see an air bubble. We might be in trouble. He is. He's a great craft shopper. Yes. Hi, Sarah Jensen. How are you? So hit the heart button, y'all. Sprinkle the video for us. Make sure you are following our page. Oh, my goodness. This is pristine right here. Okay, so I'm going to be extra careful because I'm going to lay this over here. I don't want to get my transfer on everything. So I'm going to grab my little cleaning mat here and I'm going to clean this up because we are going to use this again on the burlap bag we tested earlier today. And I'll explain that here in a minute, but let me grab some of my goodies here. So this is a board eraser, this white circle. Okay. Hi, Marcia. How are you? Hi, Bonnie. So if somebody could tell me if the keyword burlap works, I would super duper appreciate it, and make sure the burlap bag link works. Y'all would be amazing to do that. Okay, so there's a lot of black paste on here. So I am going to grab a paper towel and just pick it all up, okay? Before we flip it over, sticky side up. Throw that away. Let me just go over it one more time, just to be safe. Okay, good. It works. Okay, it works, it works, it works. What type of material is the white? It's like that muslin stuff, Kelly, from Hobby Lobby, actually. That's all it is. It's just like simple. Hold on, and I can tell you. I don't know where I put the bad one. Not the bad one, but the other. Hold on. Let me show you. unbleached premium muslin fabric. Unbleached premium muslin fabric. Got it? And I actually ordered it and they shipped it to me. That was during the time that I was working an 8 to 5 and I didn't have time to venture out. I mean, Zach does buy fabric, but I knew exactly what I wanted, so I just ordered it, and it was 40% off. So y'all watch for specials like that. All right, hold on. I dropped all my stuff. Okay, here we go. So, dry. We're going to use this again. This is how you clean your transfer. These are reusable. About 10 to 12 times, but y'all, I have some that I have used 20 plus times, okay? So I'm just going to make sure all of the water is off. I'm going to fold this over. We're going to lay this sticky side up, and I'm going to show you how to put that white sheet back on, okay? Now, we are going to use it again. So if we don't get it perfect, it's fine. But I just simply line up the corners, line up the edges, take my hand over it, flatten it out, boom, ready for next project, okay? But now what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that this is dry. I've got my glue gun on. This is really cool, y'all. Look at that. Oh, unbleached premium muslin fabric. It's basically what it is. I get mine in like a white and like a beige. Okay? I always try to keep some of that like in my craft room. Hi, Arlene. How are you, honey? Hello, hello. Y'all, thanks for hanging out. I'm so excited to see everybody. Paste, Linda. I use paste on this because I am not going to wash this burlap bag. Can you imagine the mess that a burlap bag would leave in your washer and dryer? No, thank you. All right, so I just want to make sure that this is not damp because we are going to work with it. Oh, this looks so good, y'all. But yeah, so this idea was inspired. We were inspired at Hobby Lobby on Monday. Awesome. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? Marsha DeBoer, how are you? You are not on the replay, honey. You are live. You see the red box, that means you're live anytime. Okay? Hi, Tina. All right, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to rip this off. Not really. I'm going to slowly take it off, okay? And then I'm just going to hold this up like in midair, and I'm going to dry it and let that, I mean, I don't know that the air is really going to go through it, but I do want to dry the back side. And again, just enough so that I can kind of work with it, okay? Because we are going to glue this on the burlap bag, okay? I'm excited. And then I'm just going to kind of touch it. Okay, I think we're good. So hear me out on this. I'm going to stick this in the second burlap bag that we are going to do really quickly. I'm just going to fold this like so, and then I'm going to let it expand inside the bag. So this bag right here, we're going to do here in a second. Zach and I tested something today. Okay, so we have this. Again, you can get these from us, 2 for $7, y'all. Shipping's included. I'm going to kind of measure this. Should we try and do the tear method, or am I going to tear it up? Or I guess we could just go with our pinking shear idea. Okay, let me lay this down. And I'm going to try, I don't know, there really is no right or wrong way to do this, but I'm using pinking shears just to give it some added character. Don't cut off the ribbon. Like so, okay? Might be crooked, might not. I'm going to save that because you never know. And then we're going to take it over here on the side. First, let me do this. Let me cut off some of the top. This looks really cool, y'all. And then I did grab some buttons. Make sure you have buttons if you're going to recreate this project. Or something to make it look like you've tacked down your fabric. All right, cut, cut, cut. It's a little much up here at the top. Y'all, these pinking shears, these are pretty cool, y'all. Just saying. If you've got some, you're lucky. And if not, you better go get some. They kind of just leave a zigzag finish. What are these really used for? I have no idea. To cut this, right? Okay, so that is what we have right now. Oh, look, it's so cute by itself. Oh my gosh. No worries, Marsha. I just wanted you to know that, girlfriend, you are here with us right now. Okay? Right now. All right. Holy moly. Thank you, Hobby Lobby, for the inspiration. This is really cute. Okay, so before I do anything, I'm going to slip this back in here because we're going to glue this down, and I don't want the glue to go from one side of the burlap to the other, okay? So I'm going to just glue this like so, and I have my 4 buttons, all right? All right, here we go. Y'all ready for this? Okay. So first thing is first, I'm going to put a little bit of glue there and just kind of dab it just a tad, okay? Nothing too crazy. Same thing here, right there, over here, and I'm gonna kind of like, not stretch it, but make sure it's not too bulky. We can always go back and add more glue once we do all the things to our project, okay? I think what I'm gonna do to play it safe, I'm going to glue the buttons on probably last. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Look at this, look at this. Y'all go get you a burlap bag, just comment burlap. Pinking shears, finish edge so you don't have to sew. Oh, looky there. Look, y'all are answering that. Y'all are smart. Y'all are like legit crafters up in here, right? I don't sew. My mother sews, but I don't sew. All right, so we're gonna come over here and we're gonna put this back in our bag. I don't know, this may or may not stick to this, but we're gonna try it, okay? So basically what we're gonna do is we're going to do the exact same thing, okay? So what I did with this is I painted just a square block, whatever, of white chalk paint, white Adirondack, okay? So this can be found in our Amazon store. And I'm actually going to fuzz it. Yeah, I had no clue either, Zach. No idea. All right. So I'm going to wax this. May sound silly, right? But what we're going to do, we're going to lay our club transfer down. And we're going to see how this works out. This may be a huge fail, but Zach wanted me to test this. Did I say, what did I say? Fuzz? Wax on, fuzz on. We're waxing it. I don't even remember what I said, Kelly. Okay, here we go. So we're going to grab our transfer again, and we are going to lay this down in the white area, okay? Now, I don't know, like I said, if this is going to work. Like, I can already tell you it's not sticking really well to the paint. But we're going to do our absolute best to make this work. It may just not work. Okay, here we go.
You might want to really buff that because you waxed that earlier when we were testing it. So you've waxed that now like 2 times.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you have a lot of whip. You may not have remembered waxing it earlier.
I did. I do remember.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was going to cause a problem or not.
I don't think so, but I buffed it for you, babe.
Thanks, babe.
Okay. Here we go. Ready? Let's do this again. Okay. I would not be me without him, right? All right, here we go. I'm going to grab my paste. And I'm going to, good gravy. Oh, okay. I'm going to hold this at the top, all right? And see what happens. We're going to just test some stuff tonight, y'all. But this is like the backup project, okay? I just want to see how this is going to work. Again, we are using this on painted burlap. Painted burlap. Just to see how it turns out. And I will tell you that burlap is going to take more paste than normal. Because it kind of soaks it up, right? And burlap has like itty bitty holes. So just note that. And especially whenever you go to peel this up, you're really going to want to check it to make sure that you don't have any like blank spots. Okay, so that everything went through. Like right here in the center of my pumpkin, I already see some. All right, let's check it out. Like I said, before we lift it all the way up, we're going to check it. County Fair, pumpkin, ribbon, bunch of words, okay? Not too shabby. Burlap does sound like fall. Look at that, y'all. So that is a painted burlap bag with the transfer on top and painted with chalk paint. Okay, so I'm going to lay this down. And I am just going to spray this. I'm a mess. And somebody else in my house can clean this and take this to the sink. Hint, hint. All right, so now I'm going to clean up my mess and we're going to finish making our first bag, okay? I'm not using ink, Betty, because, I mean, I'm not going to wash this bag. It's not a bag I'm going to wash. Like, it's just going to be a decor piece. All right, so let me just clean my hands really quick, y'all. But what do you think? I think they're kind of cute, to be honest. And you can buy some burlap bags. Just comment burlap. Okay, thank you. Thanks, everybody. All right, hold on.
I guess by somebody you mean me.
Or, you know, one of the boys could do it.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure that'll go over real well.
All right, here we go. Let's grab this, and we're going to take and glue our buttons on to the fabric. Okay, and then, yeah, I think I'm going to do it like this. Now, I just realized I took the ink mat out, so I don't need these gluing to themselves. Okay, so I'm going to just put my hand in there for right now. We're good. And then we're going to stuff it. And I'm going to show y'all something pretty funny. So I had a big bag of the batting stuff, you know, the fluff, we call it here in my house. And I thought we had some, but we're out, so I need to get more. Yeah, Sandy, they are right. Yeah, Bambi, you're right. Calling Zach to the craft room. All right, so there's that one. So let me show you what Zach, I asked him, I'm like, hey, we don't have any batting. He goes, oh, I got it taken care of. I'm like, oh yeah? What is that? So he goes, Jackson Dillon, come here. And he's like, remember those pillows that I made and I gave you? Go get them. So I don't know if y'all remember this, but Zach made some pillows. They are lacking some fluff, but we're going to take the batting out of this and put it in this. So that's how it goes in this house, y'all. So we're just going to open this bad boy up and we're going to borrow some. Let's just say that. Okay. So we've got our bag here. This paste is all dry. Ooh. And our buttons are nice and dry. Yes. Okay. Look at this. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this and we're just going to stuff the burlap bag. Okay. Now you stuff this however much you want. Okay. You could use the bubble wrap. Yes, you can even do empty Walmart bags. Yes, Pam. So I was thinking, I'm like, well, that's my backup. Because I do save those. I have this little thing in my kitchen that they go in. And I'm like, well, I guess I could just use the grocery bags, right? So like I said, you can stuff this however you want. And I can already tell you that I'm going to add a little bit of glue around the edges of the material, okay, right here. So let me just do that right now before I continue to fluff because it may change the way, it may change how much I add. Let's just say that, okay. So let me add this and let me add this.
It even kind of gives it a cool look. It just looks like it's hanging by the buttons.
Yeah. So I did not do it, like I didn't do the whole strip. Like there's still some space, okay? So let's see. Let's kind of put this, push it down. So it reminds me of like a potato sack. Let's see how much we got here. And then y'all, this is so much fun. We've completed another club project with our club transfer. And it even has these little jute strings in your bag. Oh my goodness. This is adorable. Zach, will you get in there for me and grab the one thing that I can't stand? No plastic bags in New York. Yeah, interesting. Really?
Yeah, you want this
so
one.
you just tie this like in a knot or whatever you want to do. Okay? And it can just hang over the side. Now, I was thinking.
I've got some Happy Meal for someone too.
Oh, Zach's got Happy Meal, y'all. He's running. He's running and gunning. You better start commenting, sprinkle the video. Do all the things. He's going to pick somebody. Okay, so let me open this, but I'm thinking we add some of this to the top. Isn't this super cute? I am in heaven over this project. And again, thanks Hobby Lobby for the inspiration. At the very top of your shelf. That just happened to be Christmas. Okay, so this is raffia. Holy
Jeez
moly.
Louise. Have some raffia there.
You're probably going to need to help me out here, buddy. All right, so I'm going to take some of this. That's way too much. Here, I'll give you some of that. And you probably want this too. And probably that. He is.
Can I just
Linda said he's always running for something. Always. Always. All right, so I thought we could just add a little bit of raffia to the top of this, y'all.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
It does. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Plus, if I don't, how else would I get away with things like this?
Boy. See, I don't know that this is going to work after all. Let me pull this little sack topper piece up.
Oh, check it out. I have
I don't like that.
our prototype stacked pumpkin here. Happy Meal for someone. I think it's only like 12 inches. It was a prototype.
This is so cute. All right, well, you pick a name because I got to finish this.
I have to pick a name?
Yep.
Man, who am I going to pick?
Look at this, y'all. Okay, so remember this bow I made? Should we add something to the top? I feel like it needs something. Oh, looky there. Y'all like this bow? Yes. What about that? What about that? Ooh, you know what? What if we, instead of gluing it, let's tie it. Okay, thanks, Dawn. Let's use our drawstring twine to tie it. What do you say, baby? Yes. All right, Zach, who's it going to be?
All right, here we go. Hold on. Tell me when to stop.
Look at this. Burlap bag. Like I said, we did it also on another one where we painted the background white. Thank you, Karen. This one needs to dry, but you could do the same thing. Paint with chalk paint first. Let it dry. Let it dry outside and inside before you do that. But y'all, look at this. Okay, Zach, ready? Stop.
Well.
This is so cute.
Denise Sheets.
Denise Sheets is the winner.
Not only is she a follower of the page, she's also a subscriber to the page, I just noticed.
She is, and she's a club member.
And she's a club member. Congratulations, you're going to get some Happy Mail, Denise.
Yay. All right, y'all. So go grab your burlap bags. Zach ordered them in bulk. 2 for $7. Have fun with it. Thank you so much for hanging out. And it does. The bag comes with a drawstring. It does. It comes just like this. You'll get 2 for $7, just like so. Nice, thick material.
That's why I liked it, and I picked these bags because
just
of
like that.
drawstring.
There you go. All right, y'all. Take care. Bye.